it's Jason. Welcome to Hardy Life Outdoors. I'm in Southeast Ohio, and today's video is a relaunch of a video that I shot on my old channel. I see a lot of people asking questions about how to manage a clover field, and I have a three-part video series that I shot a while back where I take what was a weedy mess and turn it into an amazing looking clover field. So it's kind of a step-by-step what I did. It's a three-part video series, and without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it right here. Hey, it's Jason. Welcome back to Hardy Life Outdoors. I'm here in Southeast Ohio, and this is a video that is a relaunch of a previous video. So it might be a little clunky between this intro and when the video actually gets started. But I had published this video before on my old channel, and I took it down when I created the new channel. But I've recently been seeing a lot of people asking questions about how to manage a clover field. And they're asking questions about how to spray it, whether they should start over. What this three-part video series does is it shows me taking a field that is a grassy, weedy mess and transforming it back into an amazing clover field. Gives you kind of step-by-step how I did it and shows you the progression over, I think it's a 4 to 6 week period that completely transforms it. So I hope this series is helpful to you. This is part 1. There are 3 parts. So thanks, and let's get right into the content. I'm out on the Habitat Oasis project in Southeast Ohio. If you're not familiar with what we're doing out here, we have about 175 acres. Much of it was strip mined in the past, and we are trying to reclaim it from invasives back to some more native species. Right now, I happen to be standing in one of my clover fields, which is one of my favorite areas to hunt. And I'm looking at some late summer maintenance of this field. If you can see it behind me, pretty obvious. I am not hung up on having a weed-free clover field. I don't need a pure stand of clover. However, this field is getting a little bit out of hand and needs some work. So I thought I'd walk around, show you a little bit about what's going on here, and talk about how I plan to address it. So let's walk around and show you what I got. So for starters, we got quite a bit going on here in the field. You can see a lot of tree tubes here. These are a mixture of trees we've planted the last 2 years, all natives. I've got American plum, chokeberry. Geez, I forget what all I planted up here. I know I've got buttonbush at the bottom of the hill, but a lot of these up this direction are chestnut and persimmon that we purchased from Morse Nurseries. We bought their big buck pack, and when I look down the tubes, they actually look like they're doing pretty well. But let's talk about the clover field. So for starters, here I am on the edge of it. And to give you a sense for what's around it, this is the area that we haven't done anything with. This is Sericea lespedeza, which is a real pain to deal with, and you'll see some of that in my clover. But yeah, let me talk here. So if you look at this, you can see there's a pretty good bit of clover here. So I want to do what I can to maintain that. I don't feel like it's a loss. I don't feel like I need to start over, so I'm not going to hit this with glyphosate. But as you walk around, you can see there's some Sericea. Here we've got some dogbane. There's some stuff here I don't know. There's a big pile of deer poop. There's another pile right there. They're definitely in here using this. As I get further back, you can see there's some grasses. So I've got quite a bit going on here. There's more dogbane, more Sericea. There's a lot of stuff here that I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and attack this, see what I can do to get this to bounce back before deer season. It is about 64 degrees today, which is kind of unseasonably cool, high of 73. Got a little bit of rain this morning. And what I'm gonna do, I'm looking at the forecast. We're supposed to be back up in the 80s this week, but there's a chance of rain every day this week. So what I'm going to do is hit this with well, first I'm going to mow it. I'm going to mow this week, try to knock everything down as much as I can. We've got rain coming, which creates a great opportunity for the clover to take off and bounce back on its own. So step one is going to be to mow. Next week, I will check it out, see what it looks like. There's a chance, and probably a real good chance, that I'm going to hit this field with IMOX. Within a week, the grasses, everything will have some time to bounce back from the shock of being mowed. And I'll come in here and hit this with IMOX. IMOX will not kill the clover, but it will kill grasses and broadleaf. So we're going to hit this with that. After that, I will probably look at doing a little bit of overseeding with a mix of ladino, a red clover, potentially a crimson. I'll have to see what all I've got. I've got a number of clovers seeds around, so I will overseed this just to keep it going. But when I look around at it, you can see some of these grasses have already been knocked back from the last time I used IMOX. So that was probably May time frame that I put some IMOX on here. So it did knock some stuff back, but I'd like to knock it back a little better. I want to mow down this Ceresia before it goes to seed, so the IMOX won't touch it. So we'll get that cut down low so it doesn't produce any seed in here this year. But that's my plan. I'm gonna just get in here, do a little bit of work, and see if we can't get this to bounce back. You can see there's a lot of clover right in here. This is an area that gets a decent amount of shade, so it's a tough time of year right now, being August, and tough for the clover. So this is something that I think with a little attention, we can have a real good stand of clover in here by the time bow season rolls around at the end of September. So that's my plan, and I'll bring you along on the progress. One other thing that I thought about is I will probably hit this with some lime. All this property can use lime. We've never limed it to the extent that the soil tests have asked, and I may actually do a quick soil test and add some fertilizer to it, just to help get everything going into fall. So thanks for joining. I hope this was helpful in giving you some ideas of how to maintain your clover. Again, this is not the picture perfect clover field that you'd look at and say, hey, I want mine to look like that. But if you've got a clover field that needs maintenance, that's how I plan to attack it. So thanks for joining. Keep in mind, outdoors is always in season. And if you like this, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe.